Hello there, friendlies. My name is Big Sister 792, and this is an art tutorial that I will be doing of portraits, which are the most very difficult things in the art world, I believe, the most difficult things to do. So, a couple tips and tricks are what I will be showing in this video. One of the most important things, of course, is to draw many different faces. Just practice as much as you can. That's really the most important thing you can do. And I'm going to discuss some basic things just to keep in mind. So I'm just kind of measuring this girl's face here. This is a William-Adolphe painting. This is one of my most favorite artists. I just love his portraits. They're just really beautiful. Yeah, so I am just drawing a nice little cross there, and I know her head has a slight tilt, and that's a little too much. See, it's just more slight than that, so let's just get rid of that. And why didn't I do the free transform tool? I have no idea. So now we're just kind of going to draw the basic kind of chin shape here, and yeah, this is a pretty good starting point. This is just kind of the basic preliminary sketch here. I think you guys will probably notice, if you've watched several other portrait YouTube channels, is that I think every time I've personally seen one of these videos, it always starts with like the left eye. And the most important thing is to consider here is like where everything is in proportion to each other. So eyes, like they're kind of halfway in the center of the face. Yeah, not too high, not too low. I think mine's a little too high, but whatever. Another thing to keep in mind here is that the space between the eyes is about the same size as, a single eye. So right here it looks like there's three eyes, and they're all kind of the same basic shape. And I know this first part seems very boring and mathematical, but these are some tips that I learned from very left brain people, like people who were not naturally talented at art, but they had to they had to learn it, which is pretty awesome. I actually like a lot of stuff they did. So now we draw the nose right in the middle of the eyes and the chin, and then we draw the mouth right between the middle of the nose and the chin. So let's just draw some lips here, and also the end of the lips is going to match up with the pupils of the eyes as much as possible. Ears. So top of the ear is going to be on the same line as the eyes, bottom of the ear is going to be on the same line as the nose. So, of course, this portrait will deviate from the diagram a little bit, but that's okay. We like this diagram. It's a really good kind of foundation to go off of. So let's get right into it then. So, like I said, you want to start with the left eye. I think it has something to do with the fact that people read from left to right, at least in the Western countries. Don't do this. Don't just make a symbol. Make an almond shape and a circle, and oh hey, I know there's an eyelid right there, so let's draw a line there and lashes. No, don't do that. Actually, really pay attention to the eye. If you look, she's kind of got some shadows there. The pupil is more of a half moon shape than a full circle, and you can see just the tear duct right there. One thing I really highly recommend is to draw the eyeball. Go online, find some anatomical medical diagrams of an eyeball in the muscle and bone structure. And I know after I did an exercise involving that, my eyes looked a lot more realistic. So now we're just going to move on to the rest of the face. The kind of end of the lips right there, the very, very end, will match with the pupils generally. So otherwise the lips will look like way too small or way too big, and it just will not look very natural. And then the next thing to do would be to add, in my case, it's just to add shading. Just really figure out where the shadows are. Keep in mind what shapes they kind of look like. I really was not keeping this in mind so much, but there's certain shadows on her face that are kind of like shaped as triangles if you look very carefully. And so we just kind of draw her hair. We can do a hair tutorial later, and we're gonna really make some bold shadows right here and make her look really 3D. So yeah, there it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like it, let me know in the comments below and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.